What's going on? Welcome back to the Shakedown Mafia Racing YouTube channel. There's been a lot of things going on. A little slow, but I've been pushing forward, so that we can look forward to that, I guess. Yeah. So we got bars. We got bars there. Anyway, let me explain it to you and quit being dumb. So I put these outriggers in. This ain't where I wanted to put them, to be honest. We triple passed them in. Cut it over there, triple passed it in. I didn't want to put the bar right there, to be honest. I really am skeptical about that. At least it's capped. Didn't want to do this setup at all like this. I've got the bar pretty close to where it needs to be up top and give enough room for the convertible top. Of course, got to lock it down. It cannot come off anymore because that's going to be a very bad hazard. We're going to lock that thing down. I got to figure out how other people have done it. Nobody ever answers me or anything else when I post or anything, so I guess I'm just gonna have to figure that shit out on my own. But anyway, yeah, so we got the outriggers in. I would have liked to did something different on the mounting of the outriggers. I've looked at other videos. There's really not many videos on YouTube with a complex roll cage. If I could have afforded a tube chassis, shit, I would have did it. I mean, my floor ain't level at all, so that would have been right up my alley. I always struggle anyway. But I could have probably did a tube chassis here. I could have probably figured it out, plumb bobbed it and everything else. If I had the money, I would have did tube chassis. But luckily, this thing is a full frame car, so I'm not really worried about full tube chassis. I've got the main frame rails. That's all that really matters. I can build off of that and sky's the limit. The only thing that I really want to build is a tubular front K-member. They went like $3,300 for this, Johnny. And I'm like, what? $3,300? It's like a bent bar that does this and a bent bar that does this. And it's like some straight bars and some braces. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can you picture that? Bent bar like this. Bent bar like this. Straight bars. A boss for the motor. Boss for the motor. Boss to the frame. Boss to the frame. Boss to the frame. Boss to the frame. That's it. Of course, it comes with spindles and A-arms. A-arms? Jesus Christ. All they are is freaking rod ends. We'll build them over here on the welding bench that I got. A lot of technology that goes into that. But the technology is, seriously on that part, is pulling the K-member that's out of the car, doing a little bit of science, doing a little bit of mathematics, and figuring out the bend contour and the curvature and everything else. Of course, that's the same thing as bend contour. And break it down in layman's terms for y'all slow motherfuckers. They can break it down iller. But yeah, I mean, I could build it if I don't have a tubing bender. It's one thing that I'm lacking. I was really seriously thinking about buying a tubing notcher, but I kind of like beating myself in the fucking head with accurate tubing notching with a fucking die grinder. I must have gotten dropped on the head when I was a child a few times. Maybe beat by the babysitter or something. Anyway, so yeah, we got that in. I don't know why I say we all the time. I guess I'm including you guys, whoever's following me. You guys are helping me out that watch this shit, because it ain't much. All that's out. So my plan, the bar right now, it's going to come right along in here. Which, I don't know. Is that okay? It's probably not okay for me to do that, right? Oh, anyway. That's where the bar is probably going to come. So, I don't know if I'm going to have to pull the front windshield out yet. So I can put the dashboard in it. I really want to save the dashboard. And I want to put it in there. It's the old Dr. Turbo. And then we got the just old reminiscent stuff for people that, you know, were new. Dr. Turbo. And then the Dr. Spray ones. Ain't nobody else got them. They can't get them. So, we're working on getting that bar. I literally fucked up and notched the bar in the wrong spot. So what I had to do was, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh man, you're retarded. Why did you do that? You're going to die if you get in a wreck. I mean, I took it upon myself as a welder. Look at the spatter inside that thing. Took it upon myself as a welder. I notched it on the wrong side and I filled it up. I filled it up with metal. So, I did the same thing on that side. The hoop is giving me hell. I don't know why it's giving me hell. Any other time, any other car that I've did, it's kind of just a straightforward shot right to the main hoop. This car, for some reason, it's kind of, I don't know. It's different. Maybe that's why a lot of people don't post about it, because they don't want to look stupid. I look stupid anyway, so I might as well just tell y'all. So I refilled it. A lot of people are going to say, oh, look back on his YouTube videos, NHRA and IHRA, you'll never get that chassis certified. You might be right. I might not get this chassis certified, but it will help me in a crash. And you know what? If you do this at home, don't feel no shame. Shit happens. I did it. If you do it, you do it. Shit happens, guys. I mean, sometimes your mind is in a different place. People have things going on. Or sometimes people make mistakes. I don't try to hide my mistakes. Even at work, I'll confess to other people's mistakes. To be honest, I've confessed to a lot of mistakes that aren't even my mistakes, because people sometimes are afraid to admit their mistakes because they're going to get in trouble. But sometimes if it's not that bad and you admit to it, how can you get in trouble for it? At least you're honest. Even in life. If you fuck up in life and, you know, commit an armed robbery and kidnap two women or a man and accidentally break one of their legs and do this. What? Where is this going? Anyway, don't do that. Don't kidnap anybody. Don't commit armed robbery. I'm not condoning any of that. But yeah, so get the main hoop in. Thanks to Rhodes Racecars. I didn't want to bring it up, and fuck it. Now that I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck it. They're the ones that's cost me the headache. So I ordered a cage from Rhodes Racecars, and I've literally got like half the pieces here. And they still didn't send me the other half. Or bars, I should say. Bars. I got something in my eye. So, the packages come opened. They come boxed up, whatnot, this and that. So I was missing like 3 bars. They only sent me 1 bar that was missing. Then they turn around and cut the main hoop 2 size. That's why I had to put the outriggers like I did. I wasn't going to bring it up. Shit done kind of stirred my tea a little bit and my sugar ain't get fucking mixed up. So, that's where I'm at on that. My phone is literally about to fucking die. Hold on, give me a second, guys, because I really want to get this video out. So this is how we're going to be for the rest of the video. So Rhodes Racecar's cut the main hoop short. I contacted them, was like, make sure the phone's still on. Was like, yo, the main hoop short, send me another main hoop. It's fucked up. Oh, well, I'll send them pictures. Send them pictures of all the bars that I was missing. I got 1 bar. 1 bar. A 5-foot bar. And I was missing 4 bars. It's missing 2 really long bars. 1 short bar. And then 1 that I had ordered, which was the 5-foot piece. I was supposed to get 2. So they cut the main hoop short. And then when I go and figure out all the bullshit to put the main hoop in, I do not recommend putting the main hoop in like I did. Seriously, do not put it in at all. Fucking pack that shit back up, send it back. I done already cut the bars or already started grinding on shit and everything else. Don't. I had to figure this shit out the hard way. Corvette is totally fucked up with Rhodes Racecars. They just go off of a computer program, I'm sure, and they say, here's the piece of paper, your blueprint, go out there to the saw, go out there to the bender. Guess what? They don't even use a saw to cut these fucking bars. They don't use a saw to notch. They don't use a hole cutting saw to notch. They don't do none of that shit. They literally use a plasma cutter or some type of torch. Of course, they're decent cuts. Make sure you clean out the inside of your bars before you weld them though. So anyway, the main hoop was short by about, way I wanted to do it, 2.5 inches. Let's say 2.5 inches. That gives me the grace of God to give me a little leeway. They say they cut them long. This was short. Then one side was bent a little different. One side was a little bit longer. One side was bent out a little bit different. Their bends weren't accurate. Put it to you that way. And then when I go to throw the main hoop in, or the halo that goes around the top of the car, I wasn't expecting to have a main halo like that, like an S10 or a Malibu or something like that. Because all the pictures that I've looked at online of all the cages that are for C5, they go with the A-pillar bar. It goes, from your frame or your outrigger. It goes up, over, and then back all the way to your main hoop for a Corvette of C5, C6, whatever. This throws it in the mix as a fucking regular car and gives you like no fucking clearance at all. It's like crackhead status I'm a midget. Throw me in the car. I'm going to the moon, boss. Not happening. So at the ends, well, I can't really turn the camera because I got really fucking, I don't know why I got a short ass power cord out here. The last, I say, 6 inches of the halo is bent in, which is cool. But they cut it to fucking length. Cut it to length. Or shorter. Where I want it maybe back inside the windshield a little bit. It's way inside of the windshield. So I'm having to put a janky cage inside of my car. It'll be welded properly, don't get me wrong. The tightness and the comfortability of it, I'm not liking because, everything's going to be like right here in my face. Parachute handle, it's going to be like I'm waving bye-bye like a dog. My push buttons, they're going to be up here like this because the damn bar is going to be right there. I'm not happy with Rhodes Racecars. They will never get my business again. Heard a lot of good shit about them. I reached out to CJ Racecars earlier, and hopefully they read my email, and Cameron Johnson responds back to it, and I can get something in the works with him. Not cage-wise, but I want to do some rear-end stuff. I'll leave that to a surprise for you guys. I told you guys I wanted to go all out. If we're going to go ahead and turn it into a race car, we're going to turn it into a race car. I'm tired of fucking with it. I'm tired of bullshitting with it and going limbo on what we're doing back and forth. Still, street car. I want to drive this motherfucker to work. And I live an hour away from work. So, hopefully Cameron Johnson hits me back up, and it will be a big surprise to me if he does. I literally told him, I was like, dude, I got a week of vacation. I'll take off and come down there and work in your shop and do a bunch of work if you can help me out. Maybe he can help me fix this whole halo shit. I get the main hoop in and the back half part. Maybe he can come up with something for the A-pillars or something to where I don't have this bullshit fucking halo. I know Cameron's a smart dude. I know he could come up with something. I'm sure he's did them before. Very smart dude. And his crew is very smart. Very talented, a bunch of group of guys. I'd love to work with them. Me being a welder and fabricator as myself also. I've told you guys, I used to work for the railroad and build pressure vessels now. Stainless steel pressure explosive vessels. I'm rambling on. I've had a few beers. I've ate good tonight. I'm kind of upset that I had to weld the fucking halo up. Kind of upset about the damn main hoop. I'm just I was so excited about getting the cage and the funny car cage part and this and that. And I'm like, fuck yeah, we're one step closer, guys, to building a race car. To me, yeah, it's cool race car shit also, but to me also, I got kids. And I watched Turbo John's buddy, I forget his damn name, but he wrecked twice in 2 weeks. Tore his car up. Not really bad, but you got hustling horsepower. He's been out there, tore his shit up. I don't want to go out there and wreck and die. Yeah, we're playing with death. I've rode in a lot of sketchy ass cars and built a lot of sketchy ass cars and raced a lot of sketchy ass cars. When I told myself I was doing this car, I was going to do it right. And Rhodes Racecars ain't letting me do it right. So, I want to build this car safe, fast, economical, which is totally impossible. Well, with an LS, it is what it is. Of course, I ain't never going to have one of them really fast motors. I got to get a rear end in it, and I got to get a transmission where God told them to put it. That's once I get the cage in, I want to try to do the rear end, and I want to try to somehow figure out the K member in this thing. I don't want to buy one for $3,000. I want to make one. It's not fucking hard. Anyway, my phone's almost dead. It's plugged in. I'm sitting here rambling on. I love you guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. If you ain't got nothing to do, get out in your garage and sweep it up, because mine is dirty as fuck, to be honest. I love y'all. Be safe. It's springtime. Don't nobody be drowning out there in them creeks. Keep your boots on. Snakes are biting. And eat good. I'm out. I love y'all.